Hello everyone, this side Dr. Abhishek Kumar Singh, Assistant Professor from Ramanujan College, University of Delhi. And today the another session which we are going to discuss about the financial inclusion. And in this session we are going to work and we are going to learn about various services and what are the various benefits and why this term is coined uh, repeatedly various times, and the government is very much focusing on this financial inclusion system. So before starting this session, so let me brief simple meaning about financial inclusion, and there is another portion that the financial exclusion is also one of the word. So here we are going to discuss about financial inclusion. Look, the financial inclusion is including those section of the society, those marginal section of the society who are not the part of main streams of financial services. The financial services, if we talk about the financial services, we talk about the banking, basic banking services. If the basic banking services is not being availed by that marginal section of the society, they must, when they be in a part or they are included in that section, they are known as a financial inclusion. So if we talk about with the help of example which we are going to discuss in upcoming slides, so the financial inclusion, when the government launches the JAM Trinity, Jan Dhan, Aadhaar, mobile digital direct benefit to the customers. So these are the various example of financial inclusion. Like when the government initiated to open the accounts of Jan Dhan, so they launches the Jan Dhan account so that the people who are not having the bank accounts, they are not having the basic banking facility like as you may call as ATMs, checkbooks. So these are the basic one, and the government asked the banks to provide the free of cost debit card to each and every customer, doesn't matter whether the account is opened with the 1 rupees or a 1 lakh rupees. The each and every customer must get debit card and the checkbook free of cost, so that they may start and be a part of this financial inclusion revolution. So they are the part of financial inclusion. Now as I have discussed about the financial exclusion, so let me tell you about one of the example of the financial exclusion, when the mainstream, the beneficiaries are in a position to avail these basic services, or they are availing these services, but they must not be a part of these services. If they are much capable to avail these services independently, so they must give up these benefits, subsidies to those people, those needy people who are in need of these services, like as giving up the subsidy of LPG gas cylinder. So the government coined the term Pahal. Pahal is one of the initiative launched by the government of India, where the government tries to enhance the knowledge, make the people aware that if you are capable to avail the, or if you are capable to purchase these cylinder gas without the subsidy, then you must give up these subsidy and provide these subsidy benefits to those people who are not in a position to avail the basic gas or a pipeline basic facility in this society. So they are known to be as a financial exclusion. So with the help of these examples, now we are going to start our session one by one. So again, the major part why the financial inclusion is in the news, why the government is very much focused on financial inclusion term. To celebrate the 75 years of anniversary of India's independence and to further promote the financial inclusion, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches the digital banking units in 75 districts. The 75 district has been chosen on a random basis as per their demography, and with the help of choosing these 75 districts, the government tries to establish digital banking facility, the financial inclusion, the basic financial services, the overall financial services in any segment is being done with the help of banking units. If the banks are not there, then none of the financial services is being provided by the government to the last people who is standing in the queue. So the first and the major step is to strengthen the banking services. So the government asked the RBI and the various commercial banks that they must be enhancing their services and they must provide these services to the each and every section of the society, and they must make them financially knowledgeable how these units or these services are available for them 24/7. So while celebrating the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the government is very much keen and they are very much targeted towards making the people aware about the financial inclusion, providing the basic services to those marginal section of the society who are not in a position or who are unaware about these various government initiatives. So this is in the news. And what is financial inclusion? The question remains is, what is financial inclusion? Ensuring the vulnerable group of having inexpensive access to financial services and timely adequate financial services when needed. Whenever it is need for those people who are not getting basic financial services, they must get these services with the very less cost, with the very less expensive. They are known as a financial inclusion. Inclusion, the word is self-explanatory, including those people, inclusion, and making them aware about the financial services. Now, financial inclusion index. So FI index is also be there. So where the India's financial inclusion index has improved to 56.4 from the 53.9 in the previous year 2021. So India is improving. Why? It is all just because of government initiative, and the government is very serious about the financial inclusion index. The government launches the various schemes about the financial inclusion services. So the government is regularly practicing on these one. So the three pillars of financial inclusion is there. The first one is the accessibility. The services must be accessible to the major people into the society. The another one is the affordability. The services must be cheapest one so that the each and every people as a part of the society, they must get these services. Now the last one is, third one is the availability. The services must be available 24/7. So with the help of these pillars, we can achieve the maximum portion of financial inclusion index, and we can let ourselves at the topmost level where we are in a position to provide these services. Now, what are the various significance of the financial inclusion for the India? Why it is so relevant? Why the government is very much serious about these financial inclusion for the India? Now the overcoming poverty. Now as you all know, the measure of the people or the certain portion of the India, they are highly suffered with the poverty. They are not in a position to get the basic facility. If we talk about the literacy, if we talk about the financial literacy, if we talk about the basic fooding, they are even medical facilities, they are not in a position. So with the help of them awareness, with the bringing them into the mainstream and let them avail the various scheme of the government, with this will help to them to overcoming with the help with the poverty. Now the second significance is the inclusive growth. Inclusive growth is there once the person is a part of the financial inclusion, and now he is getting or she is getting the various services, various benefits, various schemes launched by the government. That would be a inclusive growth. Once they are aware, they will now teach them to the upcoming generation, make them aware, make them, the women are empowered and the various other peoples, they are highly empowered. This will ultimately reflect to increase their growth rate inclusively from the previous one. So this is the one of the significant portion. Now the social stability, if you are not financially sound, if you are not literate, you are not stable into the society. So the people are surrounding you, they must try to make them establish as per their knowledge, as per their overall services. So with the help of financial inclusion, the social stability is also one of the key significance of this. Now the another one is the improved efficiency of the banks. So once all the customers are part of the financial inclusion, or they are the part of these mainstream services of the banks, so this will improve the efficiency of the banks. Now another one is the empowering the people, here the people, the basic and the major is discussing about the women empowerment is one of the most important, as the gents are little bit or mostly are aware about the banking services, but the women section, the women are less empowered right now. So government tries to provide various loaning facility to the women. As you aware about the SSGs, self-help groups, with the microfinance facility, they provide the loaning facility majorly to the women, so that once the women get empowered, the whole society or the whole family get empowered, knowledge about these services. So these are the significance of the financial inclusion. Now the getaway of the financial inclusion, how these are working, how to get there. If you are unreserved, if you are not in a position to work or to have a knowledge, so here the flow chart is self-explanatory and explain about the unreserved, and there is a transaction between the account with the saving account, credit account, payments, insurance. So if you be a part of these basic services, this will ultimately being served, and you are being empowered with the help of financial literacy, with the help of financial knowledge, with the help of overall availability into the society. So it's all about. Now the RBI and the bank initiatives, the banks and the RBIs are from time to time, as the government is also taking the various yojanas are there, various schemes are there. So RBI and the banks initiatives are also there. The nationalized banks in the 1969, as you all know that the first nationalization was held in 1969. So with the help of nationalization, the RBI overtakes these commercial bank, and now they have asked the commercial bank to work accordance with the rules and regulations led by the RBI. So from the time to time, the RBI try to implement the various policies launched by the central government of India. So in the 1969, they have been nationalized with the 14 banks, and the building for the robust the branch of network of the scheduled commercial bank. They try to enlarge the expansion of the various commercial banks, their units, their branches into the different sections of the country. Now, the introduction of the cooperative and the regional rural banks in 1975. 2nd October 1975, on the occasion birth anniversary of the Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation, the government established the regional rural bank and the cooperative banks, so that the regional rural bank is mainly focusing on the establishment into the rural section of the society, and the cooperative banks are also there, where the mutual cooperation, with the help of mutual cooperation, they establish the bank and provide the basic banking facility, loaning facility to their key members. Now the priority sector lending, PSL, target which encourages giving the loans to the weaker section of the society. They are trying, the government or the commercial bank, they have a prime lending rate and the priority sector lending. They are always focused on a priority. In which season they must provide the loaning facility as per the priority led by the Central Bank of India, that is RBI. So they have also, from time to time, they are taking the various initiative. So lead bank scheme is also 1969. This is also one of the part as a lead bank scheme the government and the RBI launches, that in a whole of the district there would be a one bank who is known to be as a lead bank, and they supervise the rest of the branches about the availability of cash, availability of various resources. So they are the part of lead bank scheme. It is the main objective to trying to reach more and more people in the restricted area. So it's a responsibility, it's a duty of lead bank branch to supervise, to overlook how these banks are performing and how the bank must reach to each and every people of the society. Now the another one is the formation of the self-help group, as I already told you that the formation of SSGs are there. Appointment of the BCs, that is the business correspondent, by the banks to provide for the doorstep banking services. There the various correspondent is appointed by the bank, so that they ensures that each and every household members must have their own bank account. So they appoint various business correspondent. They are aware about the banking services and they are aware about the various schemes of the bank. So they try to aware the people about these services. So KYC relaxation is also there. Know your customer. Zero balance or the DSBD accounts. Okay. So this is the zero balance accounts is also available for the people. If you don't have any money, need not to panic. You are in a position to get your account opened at the bank. So these are the various initiatives. Now schemes and the program launched by the government of India. Now if we are here, we are discussed about the RBI, and here the various schemes is being launched by government of India from time to time. Now Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, this is the very renowned, very familiar with each and every people. What is Jan Dhan Yojana and why it is being established and launched? As you all know that it is the part of the financial inclusion initiative. So the government launched the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, launched on 2nd October 19 August on the 2014 when the our new government established. So they have launched immediately on the 28th of August as the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, so that each and every people who are in the society, they must ensure that they must have basic banking services, they must have the account of each and everyone. The pension scheme of the unorganized sector, the pension scheme of unorganized sector is also there. They are ensuring the affordable access to the financial services, offered a RuPay debit card to the account holder. As you all know that the Visa, Master, they are the abroad one, they are the companies abroad one providing the banking services, but the RuPay is of the India. Okay, the government launches the RuPay debit card, and which is now accessible to the every section of the world. So wherever you are, you can use this RuPay card, and this debit card is being provided supplementary while opening these accounts. So the can avail under, if you are the one of the account holder of this Jan Dhan Yojana, they can avail the other schemes such as the Atal Pension Yojana. With the help of these single bank account, you can avail the numberless n number of the services while opening these accounts. Now the coverage is the 67% of the rural and the 56% of the women's. Okay, so majorly they are focusing the women that they must have their accounts. As you all know that in our country the major of the savings is done by the RBI, means the women's, and they are the part of it. So accounts opened nearly 46 crores of the bank account, deposit generated as they are the various deposits is being done by these account holders. So they have saves their amount and all these. So now the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is the another initiative. This is the another initiative of government which launched and a part of the financial inclusion. So this is also launched next year of Jan Dhan Yojana on 8 April 2015. So under this Mudra Yojana, affordable loans to the non-cooperate and non-farm micro and small enterprises to fund their needs. Offer the loans in three categories. The government bifurcated these loaning facility into the three parts as Shishu, Kishore and Tarun. As you all know, the word Shishu is all about the small loan. So the amount of the loan is the up to the 50,000. In the Kishore, you can avail the loaning facility up to the 5 lakhs, and under the Tarun, you can avail up to the 10 lakhs of loaning facility. Now digitization, what is digitization? If you are the part of this digitization, if you are the part of this digital banking services, so you must be aware about the various digital work. So Jandhan, Aadhaar, mobile, this is known as a jam trinity. This is known as a jam trinity where you can be a part of these basic services. So jam is known about the Jandhan, Aadhaar and mobile. Linking of the Jandhan bank account with the Aadhaar and the mobile number, it aims to digital infrastructure that can be leveraged for the various purposes. So with the help of this, this is the M is the mobile direct mobile transfer. So you can avail the services or the amount of the subsidy is directly transferred to your with the help of your mobile number to your account. So including of transferring the direct benefits and adopting the pension scheme, supporting the credit flows and the promoting the digital payment through the RuPay cards. So the other digitization, the cards and the various initiative launched by the government is the Aadhaar based biometric authentication and the digital payment solutions. So cost effective payment solution is there. With the help of the biometric card, you can avail the various services with the help of various effectiveness. Now including the immediate payment services, IMPS. So this is also one of the portal where the IMPS immediately you may transfer the payments. RuPay debit card, unified payment interface, UPI, as you people are also using the UPIs and other one. So here we are discussing about the role of the fintech and how these fintech as known as a financial technology and how they are getting a vital role, playing their vital role in providing the various services of the finance and the financial inclusion. So the role of the financial technology, they are providing the various services as the 20% of the Indian population is still unbanked. As I was discussing about the banking facility. So the government launches the various Jandhan Yojana and others Yojana, and these yojanas are very much benefited to the various customers, and they are who are the marginalized section, they are not having their banking accounts, so they are highly benefited to those people. So the financial technology positively impact on due advancement in the technology. So once the technology is launched and the people are aware, the finance is also been a the part of the those mainstream facility providing. So the 87% of the India had the highest fintech adoption rate in the world in 2021. 87% of the India, they are aware, they are getting the benefits and they are availing the benefits of the finance technology. So now to buy now pay later, BNPL. So buy now pay later. So it is also one of the initiative of MMT, as you all aware about the makemytrip.com. So they ask to you can travel and make the payment later. So they are the various financial services and various fintech technologies being used. So with that you can avail the services, you can enjoy the various initiative launched by the different portals or the banking one. So it emerged as the highly popular cashless credit avenues. When you make the payment later on, it reflects that you are availing the cashless credit services provided by the banks. So this is a buy now and pay later as a role and the part of fintech technology. It led to easy access to the credit for the many young Indians. So many young Indians, they are availing these services, expected to grow $45 to the 50 billion by 2026. So these are the role of the fintech technology and they provide the various services. Now digital or the neo banks. So these are the fintechs, they are the initiative and the role how they are playing a vital role in providing the financial services. So digital or the neo banks, the bank with the no physical presence, the bank may not be there. The total as in the first two slides we have discussed about the digital banking units, that the bank has a no physical appearance. Benefits is in the form of the lower fees, very cheap, at a very cheap cost the services are being available. Deduction in the processing of the time, competitive interest rate and the huge convenience would be there. So with the help of fintech technology earlier, if it discuss about the earlier times and the means a traditional one, if someone wants to give 1000 rupees, the people who is sitting in a Mumbai, if I am in a Delhi, so They used to ask about their account number, they note their IFSC code, they note about their banking branch code. So these are the details we required, and then one we visit to the that particular bank in a local branch, and we try to fill that deposit form, we deposit that amount. So after 2 hours when it get updates, the amount is shown in that particular counterparty's account. But at the present time you are not required. If you want to send 1 rupees or a 1 crore rupees or a 1 lakh rupees, you may send in a fraction of second with the help of these fintech technology. So the banks and all are discussing about this. So the digital payment, so digital bank has already been established, and the payment bank has also been established. So various scheme and the various initiatives is taken by the various technology. The payment landscape in India, the unified, as you all know about the UPI payment system. With the help of UPI mobile number payment ID, you can immediately transfer the amount. Now the mobile wallets is the facility is provided by the Phone Pay, Paytm, and other wallets are there. They are available. You can save your money digitally, and you may use those amounts, those money in a later on. Now the prepaid cards are also available. You may make the payment before availing the services. So these are the role of the fintech technology. So the payment landscape in India, the unstructured supplementary services data, USSDs are there, AI based artificial learnings are there, machine learning are there, with the artificial intelligence are there, based technology could help to reduce the payment frauds. So various frauds are there, and with the help of just because of these frauds, these risks, the government 1 week before launches digital currency. So with the help of those digital currency, you must or you may feel safe while having a physical currency in your pocket. So now robotic process automation, RPA, the measure of the work in the digital India and the digital banking system, the robotic process automation has been done, and most emerging technology in the digital world, the automated measure of the work is being automated, enables the banks to generate the compliance reports and automatically and track or identify the fraudulent transaction. So the robots used to filter those frauds and the fraudulent activities, so that the unnecessary people who are interfering in these services are being stopped. Now to enhance the customer services and the other pursuits, enabling them to increase the cost efficiency and improve their workforce agility. So if you are cost effective, if you are providing services at a very low cost and make the people satisfied, you are highly supposed to be the satisfactory customer. So now the challenges, the overall concluding part is about the challenges and what are the various challenges on this financial technology. With the help of financial technology, the need to improve the financial literacy, the first and major portion, as I have already discussed in the financial inclusion objective, the financial literacy is very important in this case, and the financial technology, the lack of formal identification documents, customer protection as a data, and the rural poor and the gender inequality may not be there. So these are the challenges. As I told you, the government, with the help of different initiatives, the government tries to provide the loan and open the bank account of the women's. Just because the gender inequality may not be there, the gents and the women's all must be into the same portion. Promoting the use of the transaction account and informal lending. So these are the changes. Earlier the Sahukars was there, they provide the loan which is not part of the financial or the RBI guidelines. So that was the informal. So to stop those and being the part of the formal channel, so these are the channel, so the people must be aware, or the people must get the benefit of the schemes launched by the government. So overall, concluding in a one statement, there is a need of time and there is a need for these financial inclusion initiative, just because the people must aware about the financial literacy, they must aware and they must be thankful to the government and to the other people regarding their services provided by the banks and the government. So with all these, Thank you so much. You must be learning. Thank you.